Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over Litecoin, a coin that very few people like, but the facts remain is Litecoin has some pretty decent buy signals. Here's one of them. And Jim Cramer, this guy. And also the chart. Two previous videos went over this in Litecoin, and this is undeniable right here. In this section right here. Pretty similar. Now, what is the probability? So you have Litecoin, right? Basically, you take a look at Litecoin from that bottom, that June bottom, and Litecoin did basically a 2x all the way up to $85. And you see Bitcoin over here. So Bitcoin from its June bottom and then to the top there did about a 42%, and it went down. It's been into a downtrend. So basically, every time it was in a trend like this, Litecoin was able to go up a little bit, and then Litecoin could go up a little bit more, and then Bitcoin's going to come down and finish that off. So come back over here to Litecoin, show you what I'm checking out, right? So you got this, and then maybe Litecoin come back down to this area, just like so, breaking that low, and maybe on top of the box, or maybe into the other area of the box. Now, the question is, Litecoin going to be able to rip something kind of like that, just like this right here? You see that? What was that little gain right there? Boom. You see that? A 3x. So what I'm saying is there's a good shot, however deep this goes, that this could rip off. So then what will happen with Litecoin, it'll be going into another correction, probably play around in that for a little while, right? Be in there for a while. People are like, oh, yeah, it's not going to make it. And then come back down. Bitcoin does this thing, boom, all the way up there to 400 plus, just beyond those all-time highs, say 420, 425 or something like that is what I would expect. Because here's Bitcoin, right? It's coming down to the descending wedge. But here's the thing. It's not necessarily going to rip right out of there, right? But you think about it with Litecoin. What did Litecoin do when Bitcoin did that? This is from, let's just call it from 19,000 up to 24. So it did a little percentage move of 30%. And let's say Bitcoin's down here, plays around for a little while, and it just does like a 30% move. That's from like 17.5, right? So there's a really good shot. Let's say Bitcoin goes up like that. It's actually in a bullish sequence now, maybe does a correction. Think about it for a second. Litecoin right here. Bitcoin does 30%. Litecoin could do a almost 200%, 150 or 200%. It's something to consider right there, guys. That's what I'm looking at. Litecoin is set up to make that move, guys. It really is. Between this pattern, make this move right here, just like a wave right there, because you want to get the meat of the move, right? You want to get the meat of the move. This wasn't too bad, especially in the bearish cycle that we've been in. I mean, basically, if you went from here to here, you did a 2x and then an exit, and then over in this area right over here, okay? Well, over here with Bitcoin, Bitcoin is probably just going to be doing 25, 30, 40%. As an example, it could rip, it's coming down a descending wedge. You have a high probability it could do a rip out of there. It just remains to be seen. I'm not too sure yet, but I think you have a higher probability of making a lot more here in Litecoin, guys. So I'd pay attention to it. Everything in the RSI, check out the RSI. You see the move? Here's that trend right there. Boom. Okay. It might come down, break that trend. Bitcoin goes back down again. You got a little bit of a trend like that, or it might come back down and just touch that trend right here. I'll be checking that out, something like that. See where that price target's going, and then just be looking at this pattern right here, okay? Right there, and then something right here like that too, okay? And then keep an eye on Bitcoin. I went over in a previous video showing you what could be going on with Litecoin right here too, or not Litecoin, but Bitcoin in this bottom pattern, and then the topping pattern for USDT. Okay. I don't know how much more clear I can be with that, but it all makes sense to me. All makes a lot of sense to me. And then this guy right here, okay, giving that wonderful advice, right? I'm sure he's looking at the charts. He seems like he's looking at the charts. I'm being facetious. Does he look like a chart guy? Yeah. Just go listen to him talk, right? Oh, my opinion on something. Well, the charts are speaking, the Litecoin chart is speaking a little bit different language than his language. At least to me, it is. Hey, I'm not a fan of Litecoin, but if I'm going to be in an asset that has a potential and higher probability of making more gains than, say, Bitcoin, you think about it. Now, I'm not saying, oh, just eliminate Bitcoin and go all into Litecoin. I'm not saying that. Just have a plan, have a strategy, make more gains in 2023. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.